it as promised.
Yeah.
It was exactly 60 seconds. Yeah, so we'll be starting game 3 soon of Tarson versus Stephano. That's what's going on now. And after that, we'll be showing the finals of Sasse versus Kaos.
Can't wait.
Of course, I'm joined here by Dario Wunsch, Liquid TLO from Team Liquid. And I am Grubby from Grubby, Team Grubby, follow Grubby.
Wow.
I would just like to remind you guys that I'm giving away a Grubby jersey at the end of this day. All you need to do is go to followgrubby.com/articles/45, or you can just go to followgrubby.com and look at the latest article up in the news ticker. It's about the GSS, and say something nice about GSS. What did you like about the event today? It can be about Dario, it can be about the stream, it can be about the quality of the games or whatever. Say something nice and you'll be entered for a sweepstake, for which I will draw the winner today live on the stream at the end of the tournament.
Completely unbiased, no matter what you said, as long as it is nice.
As long as it's nice. And if you have something bad to say, message me in private. All right, we've got 8 pages of comments so far, so going pretty well so far. Game 3 starting here.
Yep.
Tarson versus Stephano. Let's get into the game. Okay. Talking a lot of trash. Well, Terminus, SE. Stephano versus Tarson. Close positions. We haven't had any cross maps today on Terminus. Let's see. This would be pretty decent map for Hellions.
Yep.
Bigger choke than on Shakura's Plateau. Smaller, however, than on dual side just now. And Stephano found himself countering Hellions with Roaches, which left him in a weak position versus Banshees. And that's kind of the reason people usually don't like to counter Hellions with Roaches. So perhaps he did think it was 2 factory Hellions and not a Hellion into Banshee.
Yeah.
So,
I think Circle players need to learn to control Circlings a lot better against Hellions. If you get a surround done, Hellions are terrible, but most Circle players keep their Circlings like in a clump together and then just A-move and complain about Hellions being too strong. But if you have them like hidden somewhere else and come in from behind, it gets really tough as Terran.
yeah, because as soon as the Hellions go into Zerg territory on the creep, that's your playground.
Yep.
So you can have Zerglings anywhere and you just need to call for help and they'll come from every side. So.
And in most cases, Circle players also engage too early. Hellions come in, but even if they come close to your drones and kill 2 or 3 drones, that's your moment where you come in with Circlings and surround from all sides. Losing a few drones is no big deal.
Yeah, so trying to kill Hellions with Zerglings would leave you in a much better state afterwards. It's all about the control sometimes. So we've got hatchery again first, then spawning pool, then gas, and get a refinery opening by Tarson. He's leaving some space there, it seems, for an add-on.
I wonder if he's gonna do exactly the same one more time.
Probably. Gonna make a reactor here after 2 Marines and then a factory.
Well, first a factory and then the reactor.
Reactor is 50 gas, right?
Yeah, and the reactor takes 50 and the factory 60, so getting the factory first.
So he got his timings all nicely lined up. Needs 10 more gas for that reactor. It's going down right there. Yeah, see, I don't really like that. 3 times the same opening.
But 3 times is a charm.
3 times is a charm. Yeah, maybe. The first time went well, and no, just the first time he lost. Okay, so we've got 2 Marines moving out without the SCV this time, and because it's a bigger map, the Zerglings are already done before the Marines arrive. So really, Stephano doesn't really need to respect those 2 Marines. He doesn't need to make any more Zerglings, and if you do, you're just a dummy. He is, however, making a spine crawler, second spine crawler.
Oh.
And this is not for the 2 Marines, is it?
Nope. It's against the Hellions, but I don't know, it's a little bit...
Seems almost overkill?
I mean, Stephano knows in a pure macro game where he's a better player. I
So
think.
maybe he wants to just reach that for sure.
Yeah, so sometimes it's smart to do something a little bit overly defensive and sacrificing a small advantage in the early game just to reach the goal and agenda that you have as a player.
Yeah, and at least he can save the gas which he spent on roaches before. Now he could be making an evolution chamber soon. And moving those spines forward, still at the right timing. This time we see Cloak coming.
Oh, wow.
Surprise.
That is so smart, to be honest.
Yeah, because it could be like, oh, okay, you're doing the same thing. Banshee, I'll just come with my queens. Boom, Cloak.
Yep.
And no evolution chamber. He is making the third queen, so yeah, it is smart. It almost seems as if he's read what Stephano is thinking there.
Yeah, he definitely is.
One licky tongue by Spine. Hellion goes back.
Queen is spinning around like crazy.
Wow.
Now it's freed.
It's the new Viking flower.
Yeah. Still, wow, now a Roach Burn, and it's nothing against Cloak Banshees whatsoever. Not a lair coming. No evolution chamber.
And that's what killed him last game, that Banshee, and now it's got Cloak. Wonder if he's gonna wait for 2 Banshees again, or if he wants to certainly make use of the timing of his first Banshee. Or does he already have a Banshee? See? No.
No.
He should probably move out with the first Banshee right away. Because he sees the evolution chamber here. He sees the evolution chamber coming up, so he knows he can make use of the timing now. Definitely he should not be waiting at home here with the first Banshee, and we do see him flying out. That Sly Fox being spotted by the Overlord.
Oh, but he still doesn't know if it's Cloak in there. I mean, he saw Banshees the last times too, but they didn't have Cloak.
And he's coming here with the Queen. Cloak circumventing, and he has exactly as long a time to kill drones as it takes for Spore Crawlers to come up. 2 drones down, 3 drones down, mining times being lost. Queen's looking helplessly. I hope for Stephano is making a Spore in the main. This time he is. And this Banshee will soon be running out of gas. Running out of steam. 5 kills. Has to fly away now, and at this point...
I don't know if it was worth it, though.
Yeah, probably not. The third base is done for Stephano.
I think it would have been better to take out the Spine Crawler, Spore Crawler as a natural and deny even longer time in mining times.
Yeah, because he didn't have any drones left, so there wouldn't be an immediate respawn for the Spore. But then he would be wasting Cloak time, and there was enough Queens to defend against that, so it's a tough call.
It's really difficult. He can Cloak 1 Banshee.
1 Banshee cloaked. So selfish.
Yeah. Second Banshee's not going to be happy about that guy.
And now the Spore is down in the 2 Queens, and he's got to be careful. Almost died there. Can take exactly 3 more shots from Queens. Don't think he should play with fire. And command center done. Orbital, in fact, done, and making another command center. So pretty quick third. I think that's a good thing. He saw Stephano had a third. It means no tier 2 Baneling bust, whatever, Roach bust. And he should make use of that opportunity to make his own expansion.
Yeah, I like that a lot, the way he's playing it here. I don't think he could have done any damage with a timing attack. Stephano would have been prepared, and an Infestor pit is coming up, so a third base is even a better decision, as Infestors are obviously very strong against timing attacks if you get them out quickly enough, but if they don't have any offensive potential, Infestors against Terran,
especially if the tanks are sieged or something like that. So good move there for Tarson. Stephano's getting his 5th gas, making full use of all his gases. Got the Infestor pit, probably getting pathogen glands anytime now. And a lot of drones. And in the meantime, all the army he's fielding is just 3 defensive roaches, 13 Zerglings, 3 Queens, and making massive amounts of drones. 58 drones now, and making even more Overlords and drones getting his upgrades. And meanwhile, Tarson is getting about 15 different things. Siege tank, stim pack, attack upgrade, tanks, SCV, turrets, and refineries.
Getting everything.
We've got 4 barracks, a factory, and a starport. A little bit supply block there. And supply depot is done now, so that is remedied. Third base is done and getting orbital, and that's the advantage of third base on this map. you don't need to make it into a planetary fortress.
Yeah, and 3 orbitals is so much more powerful than just having 2 massive amounts of mules. Isn't it actually Rich Geyser on that version or a normal Geyser?
I don't
Just
think so.
Normal Geyser?
Yeah, it would have said so here, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
You don't know once you take it. It doesn't say like a rich refinery.
Yeah.
I think it should, but it doesn't say rich refinery.
Yeah.
This is just a normal geyser. I think only on Crevasse in the map pool of GSS there is a rich refinery on the backwards natural.
Extremely fast hive. Macro hatchery in the main. I really disagree with macro hatcheries on a map like Terminus where you have so many spots where you could down a 4th hatchery.
Really, it's a Stephano thing though, and Stephano's the kind of guy who doesn't watch a lot of replays, tries to take like popular timings from other players or copy strategies. He's quite a stubborn guy, or perhaps not stubborn. He is dispassionately disinterested in what other players are doing, as he coolly thrives on his own strategies. And macro hatch is something that I've seen he does in practically every match. And he is getting another hatchery here, so it's just to boost his overall production. And I don't think it's a weakness insofar as like, oh, I'm a bad macro, I always miss my larva injects, I need another hatchery. He does actually make use of it, as he's now at, is that 65 or 85 drones?
I don't know, I have terrible eyesight. It's 85.
Are you sure? Can you get my glasses? No, I can't see it too, so... okay, Zerglings with 1 armor upgrade again. Oh, Ultralight Scarron again, and Neural Parasite. So we've got soon a 4 versus 3 base situation. And Ultralight Scarron coming up. 1-1 melee attack upgrades. And second armor coming up, Adrenal Gland. Ultralight Scarron nearly done again, favoring that ground play. We didn't actually see any Ultralisk on the second map because he did not survive to field those beastly units. But this game I have a feeling we will see some of those rowdy dogs. And 3 more barracks coming up will total him to 7 barracks if I'm not mistaken. As Tarson's getting a 4th command center. Where do you think he'll fly it? Go for a secret expansion over here, or go for a very robust expansion here with the planetary and pushing out?
I think it's much nicer to expand towards your opponent on terminals like that. You will have a very secure position from where on. You don't have to leapfrog too far to reach your opponent, and you always have a fire base to fall back on. So definitely take that base.
Yeah, I would have to agree with that. Would be good if Stephano had a Zergling or something patrolling on these bases, but he doesn't. Secret expansion gains a few points of favor, but definitely it could be good to expand here. Eventually you have to attack the Zerg. I don't think you can wait forever. They'll pool 20,000 resources and just get a 1,000 food army.
Yeah.
10 more drones being made, and 4 Ultralisks coming out. 3rd Zerg ground carapace upgrade coming in. A lot of infestors and Zerglings. No air or anti-air. And of course, only bio, summer routers and tanks. No banelings this game. Basically, infestors kind of are starting to take the place of banelings sometimes as a massive AoE damage area of effect. And I have to say I like that when you're going for Ultralisk.
Yeah, because you want to be saving as much gas as possible to actually support a big Ultralisk army.
And 4 more Ultralisks coming in.
Yeah, Stephano looking pretty beastly.
He didn't get the Ultralisk specific armor upgrade yet.
Oh no. That's gonna be...
It's a bit of a pity.
Yeah.
Against Marines.
That's gonna be making a huge difference.
Yeah, 3 armor on Ultralisk, naturally 1 +2 upgraded, and he comes in with the Ultralisk and the Zerglings and Infestors. Neurals being used on tanks, fungal growths, massive fungal growths coming down here on all the Marines, but it looks like miraculously Tarson holds quite decisively.
Yeah, that happens when you just attack off creep with Ultralisk. They are so freaking slow, and he didn't have enough Zerglings to get close enough. Tarson being in a good spot now. A lot of units being remade, but Ultralisk take a lot of time to be produced. 4th base is gonna be taking out. Oh my god, that Yeah,
Big drone train there with only a few Ultralists, just 2 Infestors. It just doesn't look like Stephano has a critical mass, sitting on about 100 drones. And Ultralists are dying quickly. They wish they had that armor upgrade. We've got 90 drones here for Stephano. Punish that greedy Zerg. You go, Tarson. I don't know where that came from.
Yeah. As much as Zerg makes you bitter, playing against Zerg makes you hate them.
No, they're cool. Stephano's cool. Another base there. Tarson just comes in. Ultralist trying to chase. Broodlings, nice pickup there. No anti-air, so he can make his getaway. Very weak medivacs. What would Stephano give for 2 Hydralisk position over here?
Yeah.
Kind of random. Planetary Fortress is done. 2 tanks still in defense. These Ultralists not quite getting the damage that they feel they deserve. They're rather big. And now they have to run. Ultralists and Zerglings being made. 6 new Infestors coming up. This, of course, is down. And now we're just looking at 5 versus 3 bases. Really looking bleak for Stephano here. As he's going to need some major miracles to come back into this game. Still trying to harness the power of this expansion. He invested that much, so remade it. Coming in here with Zerglings, not using his Ultralist, basically throwing away his Zerglings against that bio. Actually doing quite decently. They were low life, and he will be able to take down everything except for those 2 units which got picked up.
Yeah, a little bit of a win, but does it really matter? Looking at Tarson's army, one problem is his units are very damaged, but now the medivacs finally coming in. And they are going to be
seconds.
Yeah, they're going to be healing up everything. Switching into Banelings would be nice by Stephano now, considering how few tanks are left. But I don't think it will be in time, and he does not seem to intend to do anything like that. He needs to start harassing somehow, getting in with Infestors first, just getting some fungus out, and still no armor for his Ultralisk. That is such a big deal.
Yeah, especially when they're basically supposed to be acting as the saving grace of your army. Doesn't have chitinous plating. And Tarson is making another planetary fortress. Huge bioforce. Like you said, Banelings would be pretty nifty. He's starting to make less and less tanks, more and more bio. Marauders, Marines doing very well against Ultralists and a small amount of Zerglings and Infestors. This base is done. This base is done. Stephano feels like he's stabilizing a little bit, but even sending in the SCVs now, which means I want a bigger army.
Yeah.
And possibly a bunch of nukes. 3 Ghost Academies.
I'm not sure if Tarson is getting a little bit too cute now with those triple spec ops. I mean, I think he could have finished the game, but now he gives Stephano a chance to come back into this.
Dangerous, wouldn't you say?
Yeah.
We've got
2
Spires coming here, both doing some double and triple tech choice buildings. Next we'll see Tarson making like 4 fusion cores. And then Stephano 5 evolution chambers. Well, nothing of such tomfoolery yet, but we do see some command centers coming up. I do assume they will be... Well, I do not assume. I do not presume to know. They could be planetary fortresses for defense, or extra orbital commands for harnessing the power of mule income and being able to sacrifice more SCVs. But hold that thought. Big attack coming in here. He can take down that planetary practically instantaneously. Infestors behind, only losing life on Ultralist. 1 Ultralist down there. Pretty good attack from him there. And Stephano's at 200 foot now, making more and more hatcheries, keeping these lanes here for defense look like a bunch of bugs. And that's because they are. More Ultralists coming in, 6 Ultras coming in, 2 Spires. Nukes, how many nukes? Do nukes cost food? They don't, do they?
No, just 100, 100.
Yeah, that's pretty nice.
Really nice. The problem for Tarson is going to be Stephano gets into the spot what you were mentioning earlier when...
The 20k resources point?
Yeah. When he just can get a second refill, push in with 1 army, get a second.
Yeah, it's great getting free refills on your army or your drinks. Is he finally catching on to the fact that he doesn't have chitinous plating? No, and there's no reason really for him to try and check why that is so.
If Stephano finds out where the ghost is, he can actually
simply fungo it.
Yeah, but he doesn't.
But does he know?
He doesn't seem to see it. My
He
god.
doesn't know where the nuke is at all. Beautiful. Boom!
Wow.
Nice.
Wonderful. Nothing smells as good as Nuke at morning.
That's a solve for that's a sight for sore eyes, because I saw some nukes recently in GSL, like 8 nukes, total kills, 1 SCV, 1 missile turret, and 1 observer.
Yeah.
But those were tactical nukes. This was a pretty destructive nuke. And another one, so we will be able to take down that hatchery completely. And if those drones are not onto it, this will be a very nice result.
Those infestors are pretty close.
He has no idea.
They're running away.
Certainly not 3 nukes in the same place. Wow. Beautiful.
A lot of drone damage. Another nuke coming down. I don't even know. Is it on the same hatchery again? It's getting kind of expensive.
Yeah.
But
will he kill those drones or himself?
The ghost is gonna suicide, but he's gonna take. No, he runs.
Wow.
Oh.
The drones survive, but the hatchery is dead, and the creep tumor is dead.
Such a fucking baller. He sees the rocket coming down in front of him and makes the final sprint to get away.
That was a die-hard move right there. Jumping from the burning building. And there were some roughly 15 bio units there. Got taken out by 35 Ultralisks and 20 Infestors. As the Ultralisks are now going home. Huge drop here. Ultralisks coming in. Both Spires down. That's gotta hurt. Hatchery down, and this will be cleaned up with the Ultralisk, but he could pick up.
How many Ultralisks are that? My god.
He has got 16 Ultralisks, 59 drones, 6 Infestors, and 1 Corruptor. No? 11 Corruptors.
Oh.
But he has no more Spires.
Yeah.
And I just keep hearing nukes over and over and over.
But there is a Spore.
Yeah, 2 Spores and an Ultra.
Oh,
no, that was...
That was a little bit bold.
Now he finally got this expansion with the planetary. And this one is being rebuilt. No planetary though, as of yet.
Yeah, Tarson not looking so impressive anymore.
Yeah, let's look at the income. He does have 70 SCVs. We've got double, nearly triple the income, but that won't last for too long, as now it starts to kick in for Stephano that this base is indeed mining. This base is mining, and now he has about 1,000 resources per minute. Tarson looking at about 2,000, give or take, depending on what mules he has. 2 fully mining bases, let's say, and no designs quite yet on a solid third. I don't think this one will be too long for this world necessarily, and this one is still being crapped by the Overlord. So 2 base without a prospective third. Not exactly where you want to be.
Oh, big fungal.
Huge fungal growth. And those 2 narrowly survive. A lot of Ultralisk Infestors, but still no chitinous plating. And at this point, I'm not going to repeat it over and over anymore. He's never going to get it. Just forget about it. Stop badgering me about it.
Greater Spire coming now, and if those Corruptors morph into Broodlords, I don't know which god could help Tarson.
Yeah, we've got... Let's see what the army composition is like for Tarson. A lot of ghosts. 15 ghosts.
Maybe
3 nukes.
Maybe the god of the atom can help him.
Who's that?
A nuke.
Okay. Okay, nice. Yeah, maybe. He's doing another excellent nuke. Pretty nice positioning. He made sure that the full stop of the nuke is on the refinery, so it's nearly invisible. Nice kill there. Straight away, 1 more in the same place, but that's a little bit more visible. Of course, we see a giant missile destination here. The opponent just sees a small dot, but is actually too busy to realize where it is. And another 3-4 drone kills and the spine, and then he moves in decisively and takes it down. Nice nuclear missiles right there. Tarson at 70 SCVs against 40 drones. That does mean that Stephano has a lot more army.
Yeah, I mean, look at that. It's crazy.
5,000 worth of resources in gas and both about 8,000 minerals.
Broodlords are about to be... Wow, that is going to be so freaking scary.
3 Broodlords only. No food for quite more. Maybe you should kill 1 in Ultralisk. Oh, wait. How did he do that? Okay, so he made a bunch of spores somewhere for a while. Yeah. Pretty smart, so he could morph, and now he's at not quite over 200 anymore because he lost some.
Tarson is helping.
Helping out. Hey, I heard you like Broodlords, let me kill some units. Massive amount of Broodlords coming in here. He's got 3.
I don't think I've ever seen the Ultralisk Broodlord army quite like that.
Yeah, quite that big, because he's only at 45 drones.
Some battle cruisers would be nice now.
Low resources for Stephano. This is definitely not the kind of 300 supply army. If this dies completely, that's probably it for a while.
But it is a pretty sick 200 supply army.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Probably one of the sickest that Zerg could have.
Yeah, definitely not a 200 supply roach army by any mean.
No, definitely not. Tarson does have a nice trust fund, 3,000 minerals and 3,500 gas going into the Terran main base, and I think at this point it's most clever to go there. Don't go for the expansion. Cut off the head of the snake to stop all the action, but part of his ultimates are being drawn up. Not quite to a lot of effect. Lots of tanks there, planetary fortresses, and he has to reassemble his army, go down, and we see some barracks being thrown up here. Possibly not as a wall, but that is how they function. Broodlords covering the back, and this seems like an unstoppable force. Do I hear some nuclear downs going down? SCV is attacking this queen. Who's gonna win? I don't know. It's too exciting. Bio shooting this hatchery down, and all of these bases are most likely gonna be dying. But what's gonna happen to Tarson's main base?
Tarson is gonna lose it, but Stephano is running pretty dry on money.
Basically, Tarson should just be not making Marauders now. He should lift off everything. There's no anti-air units here at all. He could lift off everything, make bazillion planetary fortresses here, and thus try to win the base trade army, the base trade fight. But he's losing all these potentially lifted off buildings. Too busy on this. Perhaps didn't realize he should do that, and is reproducing a lot of his tech structures here. Lots of barracks. Managed to slip in that Ghost Academy and a factory. Don't think he has another factory left to be able to start a starport, but maybe doesn't necessarily want one anyway. These are still producing. Aren't going to quite get anywhere. This was cleaned up by Zerglings. Lots of nukes going down here.
Finally an Overseer.
Is that the first Overseer in this game?
It is.
And it seems to make so much sense, doesn't it?
Why is it so easy all of a sudden?
Forgot he had the Overseer in his arsenal.
Stephano being quite uncontested, taking out all buildings now. Tarson still being supply blocked. He's not going to be making units
anytime soon.
Ever, probably.
In a few seconds he will, when all the supply depots finish.
Yeah.
Yep, he will be making army very, very shortly.
But
6 supply
that
depots.
steamroll is not going to stop.
Yeah, this is not going to stop 20 Ultralisks and 10 Broodlords. In the meantime, Tarson killing this over here. And does a lot of nukes.
Oh, wait, is that
recently.
Ghost killing the hatchery?
Oh.
Spore crawler, a little bit too close.
Flying over there to the main base. 5 fully loaded medivacs. Pretty scary. Does he have enough? He should have enough to defend this, while at the same time moving in with Broodlords to kill this. What does he need to do to kill this now? He needs either Vikings or a lot of Cloak Ghosts, while there's nothing else for the Zerg to defend his Broodlords.
It's so sick that he actually only has Broodlords and a single Viking could have killed all of them.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't even have a... No, does he still have a Spire?
He has some Infestors, for what it's worth, but...
oh!
Very painful. He might as well just unload them, but what's the point? All of that down, and Stephano's ahead in 60 supply. Doing some snipes there on the Broodlords. Some weak shots, and that cloak is not forever.
No. Sadly, it does not.
He really needed something like 10 Vikings. Like you said, is there a Spire on the field? Yes, there is. They
slowly dying.
But the Greater Spire isn't. Oh, that's so unfair.
Just because...
Oh,
no.
Okay.
Now you're dying.
Yeah. It will only take 3 hours. So if Tarson can wait for that, he should at least know there will be no more anti-air. And 1 Viking should theoretically be able to win the game if he can dodge all fungal growth. And a huge army coming in here for Tarson.
It's not gonna get less Broodlings.
That's 3/3 Broodlings right here. 3 armor, 7 damage. That's a lot of om nom nom for you. And Tarson's just thinking, should I have made those 3 Ghost Academies?
Yeah.
Oh.
So.
And Overseers here, really, Tarson is
come on,
just getting a bio army.
Come on, Tarson, get 1 more nuke.
Yes! I thought so. 1 nuke could catapult him back into the game.
Yeah.
1 nuke on a careless Zerg army. Maybe he should just like nuke right here, right now.
Yeah.
And then just hope that Zerg moves in. And then one nuke here, and one here, and one here.
Nowhere to run.
That would work. Broodlord 2-1 upgraded now. Corruptors coming in. As the last hope is vanishing away for Tarson like snow before the sun. Broodlord streaming in the base. Vikings coming in there.
At last.
And that's the Infestor's queue.
Yeah.
A little bit late. Taking down Overseers first. And there's the infested Terrans. Some snipes happening, but I feel danger for Tarson.
He has a little bit of a problem.
Yeah, what do you think he's doing wrong at the moment? Is he not microing well? Yeah.
Well, it's fine, he got a planetary.
Yeah, this should be fine. 45 kills. All of them broodlings. And that's a GG. Well played by Stephano, and he takes 3rd place in the GSS Pro Invitational of today, 23rd of July, taking home 100 euros.
Are we murdering each other now?
Yeah, it means that we're kind of we're friendly.
Yeah.
You know, it's psychological.
Yeah. Yeah, true.
Unless you do it on purpose, then it could be manipulation. Probably it means we are like-minded.
Or somebody of us is making fun of the other, but
I think I did it first, so I think I should blame you for that, if that's true. But I don't think you did.
I'm not.
3rd place, Stephano. Congratulations there. We'll be taking 1 or 2 minutes break. And then we'll be back to you with the finals, Sasse versus Kaos. Once again, thanks for watching, and see you soon.